guys, it is the Fly Young Gentleman here, and sadly, for this podcast, it's only me. We were supposed to do it yesterday, me and a buddy of mine, possibly two, and pretty much what ended up happening was I ended up going somewhere, and I didn't think I was going to be gone a second day, but I was, and well, what are you going to do? Things happen, so we couldn't do it. And then today he couldn't really do it because, there was really no time. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But it's E3 Talk Week, the podcast. Now, I'm not sure how long this is going to go on. It might be 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. I don't know. But probably not going to add gameplay. I want it to be something you throw in your pocket. But I have a lot of articles open here. And I have like Googling and stuff. It's going to be pretty cool. Kind of be just talking about different things, looking some things up if I don't know them already. And I did make a video about Forza Horizon 2, but I actually want to kick it off with that for one reason. I just found out a bunch of stuff. So, geez, I don't know. It sounds like I have a lisp. I'm monitoring myself. But they're saying that they increased the map size by 3 times as much area. And I don't know if you guys played a lot of Forza Horizon, but the first one, but what happened is out in the fields and stuff, there was a lot of like unnecessary barriers that were invisible and shit, so you couldn't drive. And they said they completely removed that. So the only barriers there really is would be like buildings or natural barriers such as mountains and things of that nature. But hills, nope, you can drive up them and stuff. It's pretty cool. One thing I'm a little bit worried about, actually, as I was reading this, is I noticed that they said they have a perk system. And I'm actually really, really nervous about that because I hate perks in games, like especially racing games, because what happens is it really makes it stupid and completely unrealistic. But the way they made it sound was that it was like for credits or maybe car parts, and they can make it so you can maybe earn. Like in Forza 5, they had affinity and your manufacturer level and affinity or whatever. And pretty much what happened was whenever you rank up, you also rank up a little bit with your manufacturer, and it gives it so that, or it makes it so that whenever you use their brand of stuff or like cars, they upgrade you a little bit and they give you more money after each, round or race, whatever, which is really cool. One thing that I was really happy about is they mentioned how it'll feature over 200 cars on the disc, and they won't be gated behind microtransactions. So that's pretty cool. And they said that there was over 700 race events, which now include, I'm reading this, long-range endurance courses, hill climbs, and cross-country events, which is insane because cross-country ones I'm really excited about. Hill climbs, pretty cool, why not? And long-range endurance courses I think is really cool too, because I really enjoy just going for gold and driving a long time. I'll get a couple buddies of mine, and we'll all, race and go and drive. And I think that'll be a lot of fun. They also said how they were, upgrading the social aspects of the game a lot, which is good, which is very good. And they said that it's going to be more fun with friends, and they're going to really try and implement it so that you have fun with friends and it's not all glitchy and shit. They have something where it's like a really large event that if they're trying to see like a large event, players who want to go and do that, they have something that's almost like a town square in an MMO. Like in World of Warcraft, what was that one town? I forgot the name. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Like they have a big town where pretty much what happens is they just make it so everyone can go and chill out and I guess find races and do like big races together. And they got and they're saying how they can decide to, all go and do something, drive wherever they want. They can compete in multi-stage road trip features. I think that's really, 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 really cool. And they said they have special events and culminates with awards ceremony festivals. That's pretty cool. They said it's coming out September 30th. I'm really looking forward to the game. We already had talked about how they have dynamic weather system that's coming out, and your car will be dirtied and can be cleaned off by rain and stuff like that. Cool feature. Yeah, it's one of those little, cherry on type features, But one thing is they're bringing the Drivatar system from Forza 5, which is really cool because I thought it was very interesting, and it definitely was not over advertised. It was as good as everyone claimed it was, and I was really proud of it. And I felt it was really fun. It really added to the game because when you were playing, and you weren't with any friends playing, it was like you were racing your friends if they're offline or something of that nature. And I don't know. It was really cool. I enjoyed the feature. But I don't know. Sorry if you guys, it's a podcast, so you guys are going to hear me clicking and stuff. I'm going to be looking at some articles. One thing that I'm really not that excited for is Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Probably going to pick it up. Might do a Let's Play with some friends. Not sure. But here's my problem with Borderlands. So why don't we go into it so you guys don't think that I'm just blind hating it. Made a video about that, and hopefully you guys remember that. And pretty much my problem with the Borderlands series is I actually got my friends into it. I was a big Borderlands guy. I really loved it. The first one. I actually took a trip to Vegas, and when I was staying in California for a short period of time, I ended up going to Vegas and staying, and I ended up buying the game when I was in California. Didn't touch it, and then when I went to Vegas, I played it one night. That's it, one night. And I go, oh my God, this is the best game ever. So I had all my friends go and get it and everything, and everyone got it. We had a lot of fun. But it's very repetitive. And the Borderlands 2 tried to make it a little bit better, but it was still the very, very, very repetitive game that Borderlands 1 was. It was still that. Borderlands, the pre-sequel, I'm not sure. It's probably going to be the same. Hopefully it's not. I hope it's not. Like I said, I'm not one of those people who wishes the best or the worst for these things. I wish the best. I hope it's better. Then maybe I'll pick it up. But that game, kind of excited for. But there's a lot of things about virtual reality and stuff, and I'm kind of into that, but I'm kind of not. Like, I couldn't see myself sitting here with an Oculus Rift, and you guys might think I'm crazy. All right, but hear me out. I usually, unless I'm playing really hardcore competitive, don't even have both of my headset earphones on. I just put it close to my ear so I can still hear everything. Because if a kid's crying downstairs, or if somebody's trying to break in my house, I need that time to respond. Like if someone's breaking in my house, go get a gun. The kid downstairs is hurt, I can run and go help. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or if someone's at the door, I can try my best, even though my friends will probably comment on this video and say he never answers the goddamn door, I have to call him. But, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. But I couldn't see myself completely blinding myself. And unless they had like a feature where you can hook a camera up and then see a little window or something on the side of your head, I don't know. But I definitely want to be able to see, because I don't want to be completely deaf. And maybe if there's a lot of people in my house and I feel completely fine, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily afraid to get broken into, but I want to be able to respond. I like to be very over prepared for everything. So, if there's like, everyone's home or a few people are home, that's cool. I'm totally down to put it on. I'm going to buy an Oculus Rift. I was going to get a dev kit, but I heard that don't do it. So I ended up changing my mind. And I kind of said, fuck it type deal. I'm looking through a bunch of these games and news for E3 right now. A little bit of Game Informer, some other things too. One thing I'm excited for, I'm going to finally pull out my PS4 other than to travel and play with friends, is I'm going to look forward to, as hell, The Last of Us remake. I never beat the first one. Don't yell at me. Calm down. I never beat it. And the reason why is because I ran out of time and then 10 other games came out by the time I actually had the time to play it again. And you know what game I'm hella excited for, guys? I'm going to try and link a bunch of this shit in the description. I'm going to actually post this video later. I'm going to do it Monday because I'm going to link everything in the description. Or at least try my best to link as many things as I can. At least remember, because I'm not going to go back and watch this whole thing. So Well, I might, but you know what I'm saying. Maybe if I do, it'll be another day. I'll keep updating it as I watch and remember things, and I'll keep updating the description as much as I can. But Civilization Beyond Earth, I'm very, very, very excited for. It's gonna be a little bit okay. I'm gonna link like Steam or whatever. I'll find a way. There's a game called Supreme Commander, and my friend Nikita got me into it. Very, very cool strategy game. Kind of like Civilization, a little bit a mix of Civilization and StarCraft, and it's a little bit more modern in the future. And like they have all these really cool units you can upgrade and fuck each other up. It's really cool. And it's a game I recommend checking out. It goes on sale for like both of them for $7 all the time. Me and him are actually really hoping we were hoping this E3 for, or at anything, just for a new announcement on the new Supreme Commander. But I heard Gas Powered Games got bought out by the people who made World of Tanks, I think it was. Me and him were talking. He showed me. I forgot. So that's actually some good hope and some bad things too. But pretty damn cool. And then Civilization, like they're talking about how they don't know how the tech trees are going to work in this. They say that it might not follow a straight line path. Like they're saying how it's going to follow like more of a diverse type of, like almost like web of all these paths of tech trees you can upgrade. Really, really, really cool shit. Like, so instead of it being like, you guys remember, right? And if you don't, let me explain. Civilization, what happens is you start with like pottery and art and writing and mathematics and shit, and you go all the way to like, you know, nuclear power and stuff. But this, they're saying it might be, since everything's so advanced, it might be different kinds of like very, very out of order, just kind of random shit that we assume we would discover. And maybe like, you know, we find a more efficient way to mine uranium, for instance, or we found new units, and I don't know, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'm really excited for it. Apparently, the barbarians of Civilization, remember in Civilization 5, CivRev, all that stuff, they have barbarians. But apparently now, they're replaced with aliens. And apparently they are very different from them. I'm reading this now. They're saying that they can have relationships with them. And they're not acting as a nuisance only, but they can have cultures. They're going to be a little bit more advanced. They're going to have, you can have relationships with them, such as like city-states from the old civilizations. More in Civ 5, you can have a lot more. But yeah, this is really cool. They're saying that it's very cool. I don't think there is a release date, which makes me sad. But it's cool. It's cool shit. I'm definitely, I'm really, really excited for Civ Beyond Earth. It seems really, really, really cool. And if you guys know that Sunset Overdrive game, if you don't, it's this weird ass looking game. Try and link something. I'm all right, guys. You know, I'm telling you, this is gonna go on for a while. So I'll probably, if you don't see it as soon as this video gets posted, because I know a few of you check for my videos. If you don't see the links, don't worry about it. I promise. I will put them in the description. You just gotta give me a little bit of time. I'll do it tomorrow during the day. But Sunset Overdrive, they're saying how it lets you play who you want to be and stuff. And it's like some apocalypse with these weird ass zombie things. And it looks really wacky. You definitely got to check it out. You can't really explain it. It's like in the apocalypse and there's all this weird ass shit. Like there's this like wire system, such as if you guys are aware of BioShock Infinite, how they had the grapple cable thing, the skyline. There's something very similar to that. There's a bunch of really, 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 really cool shit. And they say that there's no main character either. They say you build your character exactly how you want it. It could be male, female, races, body sizes, and a bunch of different hairstyles and stuff. So it's going to be kind of MMO-y. Pretty cool. And I don't know. Here's the setup for the game. It says it is that a multinational corporation named Fizzco, they pushed a new overcharged delirium energy drink through the FDA process, and it causes monsterism as a side effect. Sounds ridiculous, but actually look pretty cool if you look into some gameplay. And they say that you're stuck in a lockdown city that's plagued with infected drinkers from the Sunset City launch party and other hostile survivors. So you're fighting a mix of these weird ass mutant shit, and you're fighting survivors too, which I always like in a game. I'm really excited for Dying Light 2, by the way, and Dead Island 2. And no, not Dead Island, Riptide. Yeah, I know that's number 2, but like Dead Island 2, because I think Riptide was just kind of a spin-off. That's why it was a very similar game, but different setting. It was cool, Riptide. I liked it. We beat it almost 2 times. But they're saying that, yeah, there's no laws or anything, and it's just kind of crazy, and there's some quotes here. I don't know. It's really an interesting, weird game that I thought was the stupidest shit I ever saw, but then I went and looked into it, and it looked really cool. I said the same thing about Plants vs. Zombie Garden Warfare. You guys might see some gameplay one day on my channel of that. I really want to get that game. I just haven't had the time. It looks really fun. I saw some other YouTubers playing it, and it's really cool. But I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of games, and then they're talking about Far Cry 4, which I'm really excited for as well. I don't think I mentioned it, what I'm excited for. There's a lot of things about it that look really cool. And man, oh man, I want this game really bad. I do. And they added verticality and all this shit. Actually, I did talk about it. But it's really, really cool. And they said that PS3 and PS4 gamers who don't have Far Cry 4, they can download a separate client that lets it play everything except for single player. So they can play fucking co-op missions and shit. That's very interesting. And I'm not sure if I'm for it or against it. I'm kind of mixed, right? And I don't know. Honestly, it's 50-50 with me, because I feel like, yeah, it's going to cut down from some sales, but not all. Maybe it'll entice people even to want to buy the game to play single player and stuff. I'm not sure. You know, like I said, I'm not a market analyst for video games, but I have been playing video games for a very long time. And I have a lot of friends who game, so I kind of know what gamers want. And people who are a lot of gamers, they want everything to be free. Sure, who doesn't? But people who are actually rational human beings realize that there's a business involved, you know, and that's how things sway. You got to go business first, right? And not always. I think it should be a good mix, but that's a whole. Well, it's a podcast actually. I don't have to make a whole other video. I can make long ass shit here. But we'll move on to the next topic. And my AC might turn on, off and on. It's not very loud. You guys won't hear it very much, but you might hear a subtle background noise. It is central air, so it's not too loud. But I want to talk a little bit about Battlefield Hardline as well. And I'm reading this article. It says DICE's partnership with Visceral already improving Battlefield Hardline and Battlefield 4. And they said the DICE general manager Carl Magnus Trodesen tells us that the partnership between DICE and Visceral will have some immediate benefits due to ongoing work on Battlefield 4. Because of the shared technology, improvements to one tile will have impact on the other. And this is a direct quote from, I believe it's the Carl Magnus Trodesen. And they said that there are knowledge transfers being done all the time between the two groups. Trodesen told us today at E3, naturally, that's needed to help out a new team like Visceral to take on a beast like a new Battlefield game. There has been a lot of collaboration going on in the background. We're all on the same code base with the different subset of the Battlefield gameplay code base, which they pretty much admitted, but Battlefield Hardline is just a giant DLC for Battlefield 4. But that's all it is. But anyway, oh yeah, look at this. For one of the first comments in the article, I imagine it will work since it's basically a big Battlefield 4 add-on. Very true. Very true. My opinions on that are in another video. But they're trying to say EA and DICE are considering early access for Battlefield titles, and I have very mixed opinion on early access. I'm all for it when it's for real, but I'm not for it when it's like a scam, like 99% of them. I'm not a big fan of Magic. I'm going through a bunch of these articles right now. I picked up a bunch. Like on Game Informer, most of them actually, just so I had some topics. But Magic 2015. I never got into the Magic card game, video game. I never got into the Magic card game. I'm not really a big fan of that stuff, but what are you gonna do? And and for Uncharted 4, if you guys have ever seen the trailer, I'll try and link one of those too. But the trailer is all in-engine, they claim, not pre-rendered. And if that's true, if that's true, like just like they said that Watch Dogs is true, then fuck, that's garbage. But I don't know. Hopefully that they're not bullshitting like they always do, all these game companies. But apparently, Destiny, everyone's playing the fucking alpha right now, except for me, which is rare. Apparently it's for PS4. You need alpha codes or some shit. I didn't pre-order for PS4. I'm going to be getting it for Xbox One just because I have friends on there. I might be picking up for PC one day too, but not in the immediate future. I used to do that very wrong. I used to get it for all the consoles, the game, and said, hey, maybe I'll have a friend on one. Half of the games I never touched again. So I learned, it's not worth it. Waste of time, waste of money. But I don't know. I'm looking at a bunch of these articles. I'm sorry, guys, kick the mic stand. But there's a bunch of really, really cool games that were announced, and man, it wasn't a very exciting E3, but there was also big letdowns too, like some of the biggest games that I was really hoping for. And hopefully we see them next year. I'm probably 99% chance going to E3 next year, and I'll bring you guys a lot of content, but I don't know. E3, we'll talk about it in a little bit. We'll get to that topic, but I'm trying to go through some articles and announcements. Sorry if I'm getting a little bit tired. It's really hot in here. I had to turn off my fan and everything, so I didn't get too loud for the mic. But Overkill, who makes Payday 2, they're bringing back Payday 2, and they're bringing it on next-gen consoles. If you want my personal recommendation, unless all your friends are planning on getting it and you don't have it on another console, don't get it. There's a lack of content, that's one thing. But the graphics are very bad. And even on PC, on my badass PC, the graphics are really not all that great, and they're kind of ugly too. So don't think that if you have it on 360 and barely any of your friends are getting it for Xbox One, you want to experience it, quote unquote, next gen. Not worth it. Completely honest with you, it's not worth it. Sorry if I burned a partnership with Overkill in the future, but let's be real here. And I don't know. It makes me really kind of worried, because now that they're trying to port all these games like GTA 5, Payday 2, all this shit to the new next-gen consoles, it really makes these companies waste time when they could be making other games. But I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure. My opinions on them are not really fact-based, but it kind of just makes sense if they're spending all this time porting it to the other consoles and the next gens, and then having to do, like, if it's a multi-platform game, they have to do this, that, all to, port it for both consoles, because now they're different again. They're completely different. And I don't know. It was just, honestly, it seems like it's logical. If you guys think I'm wrong, leave something in the comment section down below. But and then I guarantee you guys heard about it if you keep up with the gaming scene at all. The new Assassin's Creed looks really cool, but apparently everyone is, oh my god, having a fucking menopausal fit. Okay, they're experiencing some real heat waves here, because they're saying how the team said how extra production work kept female assassins out of Unity co-op, because there's going to be co-op for Assassin's Creed Unity, and they're all male. You have to be male in co-op, and they, because of it, they didn't want to. They said, okay, they go. In my educated opinion, this is, I believe, one of the developers. He goes, I would estimate this to be a day or two's work, not a replacement of 8,000 animations. And then this isn't him. This is someone else, I think. I think it's an editor. He goes, "Man, if I had $1 for every time someone at Ubisoft tried to tried to bullshit me on animation tech." And he goes, "Fun fact number 2, Aveline de Grand Prix shares more of Connor Kenway's animations than Edward Kenway does." And I don't know. Hopefully they can bring in female assassins. I don't know why I like playing females in video games. I like looking at the woman. It's more appealing to my eyes than looking at the man. But it also depends on the role that I'm playing in the game, right? But if it's a game where it really doesn't matter, then, well, I'll pick a female most likely. It's more appealing to my eyes. But apparently, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Superhot, but I'll leave a link and you can play it. It's free in browser. And they made Superhot on the Oculus Rift. And they made a Kickstarter goal to make it a standalone game. And man, oh man, it looked really, really cool. And I was watching people play it on the Oculus, and I was like, man, I got to do this. And it's very cool because that game, if you're not familiar with it, I'll leave the link. But for now, I'll explain. So what happens is every time you move, time moves. But when you don't move, time stops. And it's very interesting. It's almost like a puzzle game. You move around and you shoot, and then you can like dodge bullets and stop time. And it's moving. You don't completely stop it. It's moving at a very, 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 very slow rate. And you just see bullets flying in your direction, and then you kind of like get time to think, okay, I should go behind there. But if I go behind there, then this guy behind me is going to shoot. So you have to like, for that scenario, I go behind there, turn around and shoot, and then stop immediately after I shoot, and then move out of the way. It's very cool, and I definitely recommend you try it out. I'll definitely leave it a link in the description, but that's going to be pretty cool. All right, we're going to go on some more articles here. Oh, yeah. I don't know if any of you guys were Nintendo 64 fans, but I definitely was, and I played the shit out of it back in the day. And I love Star Fox, and apparently they're making a new Star Fox Wii U. Motherfucker, man. I might go and buy a Wii U now just to play this game. I'm very excited. Not much was said, not much was shown, but I'm very excited because I did love that game, and it's going to be a great, great, great blast of the past. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I really tried to stray away from talking about it. It looks okay. Hopefully, it's completely different. Everyone doesn't want it to be too different, but I want it to be different. But I don't want it to be a Crysis. I don't want it to be a Halo. I don't want it to be a mix of the both. I want it to be its own thing. If I want to go play Crysis, Crysis is a great game. I can go fucking play Crysis. If I want to play Halo, Halo is a wonderful game as well. And I can go play Halo. And if I want to play both, I'll play both. I don't want to have this mishmash that does a shitty job, because knowing Call of Duty is probably not going to be very great. And yes, it is Sledgehammer, but look at Modern Warfare 3. Look at Modern Warfare 3. That's all I got to say. All right, next topic. Oh, wow. Apparently there's a limited beta for this. I didn't even notice I picked this article. The Razer Naboo. If you haven't heard, it's this very cool smartwatch, smart band type thing that I was actually very interested in, because it's like a Pebble mixed with a exercise band, and it's got a lot of social aspects. Like if there's people who have it around you, it'll tell you, and it's very cool, and you can exchange stats if you want, like, oh, I work out this much, or I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of some of that stuff, but it looked very cool. They announced it at CES, but apparently they talked a little bit more around E3's time. So very, 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 very exciting. I'm sorry, I just fucked up my tabs. Let's go back here. Let's go, sorry, hold on. I want to go to my E3 thing. Sorry about that. It's a podcast, so it's okay. We have time. We have that stutter time. Oh, yeah. So there it was. Okay. And I don't know. There's also GTA 5. We talked a little bit about it. how they're coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I'm gonna get it for PC. I hated GTA 5, but I'm gonna get it for PC just because they modded the fuck out of GTA 4, and they did a great job. If any of you guys are GTA 4 mod developers, you have my props. I want you to come to my house and give me a fucking high five, and I'll give you a free drink. Only if you're of age. If you're underage, don't come. Anyway, Uncharted 4 looks really cool. I'm really interested in that. It's okay. It looks really cool. Not too much to say about it because they didn't show much. Let's see what else. Oh wow, Xbox One developers can now completely shut off Connect functions, which is cool because it has graphical performance by I think like 10% or something, which is actually a lot when we're talking about this low end PS4 and Xbox One. That's a lot. Oh yeah, the PlayStation Now open beta is around. I'm actually in the closed beta for that. Oh yeah, and then Project Morpheus, Sony's VR headset. Fuck Sony. Fuck you for trying to make a VR headset because you have your shitty movie watching things that when I was really young, I got my grandfather to buy it for me and it was a waste of $1,500. Okay, fuck that. And then I heard they made a new one. I'll go try it. If it's good, I'll say I love you and I'll take this back. But if not, fuck you still. And it's probably going to be a piece of shit knowing how you guys make very crap products. I love Sony. I do love Sony. I do. I really do. I used to have Vio laptops all the time. I used to love Sony, but then I pulled my head out of my ass and realized they're a really shit company. And everyone hates on Microsoft, but they're actually a pretty damn good company compared to the rest of them. But yeah, Dead Island 2, talked about that. Really cool. I think they're bringing Diablo 3 to the new consoles, and if they do, very excited. Probably will pick that up because it's fun when you sit there with your buddies and play co-op. And then there's the Far Cry 4. We already talked a little bit about that. Very cool. And then I saw Infamous First Light, and I was very, very, very worried. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. I was very worried about Infamous First Light because I thought it was a brand new game, and I go, they just fucking released one. And then nope, they said that it's a DLC for Infamous Second Son, and I go, okay, very good. I wasn't shitting my pants anymore. And then Destiny, I'm very excited for Destiny, but I lost a lot of excitement once I saw a lot of gameplay. I'm going to get a hands-on and then with the alpha thing, I'm very angry, but we won't even talk about that. I talked about that like 3 times already. But alpha, I'm going to try and get a hands-on, and I'll tell you guys if my excitement is there anymore. But I lost a lot of it after I saw a lot of gameplay from it. And I said, wow, this looks like Halo mixed with Crysis, mixed with Borderlands. And I go, this is going to be cool. It sounded cool. It looked cool. And then I go, well, is it going to be cool? But anyway, another game that I'm very, 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 very excited for is Rainbow Six Siege. Alright, so Rainbow Six Siege is pretty much what they're replacing Rainbow Six Patriots with, and it's going to be more based on you being like SWAT and stopping home invasions, stopping hostage situations and things of that nature. I think it's really cool. The destruction looked beautiful, and the way you can engage very tactically makes me very excited for the game. I was a massive Rainbow Vegas fan. Me and my friend used to sit there at my house playing Rainbow Falcon 6 on Terrorist Hunt in the campaign all day, every day. And we had a lot of fun playing that. Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. We were more into number 2, actually. And then there's the new Lara Croft game. Very excited for that. I like the new Tomb Raider looks very cool. I loved the last one. I loved it more than most for some reason. Maybe because I was such a Tomb Raider fanboy on PC. I really loved playing that game. Actually, my grandpa used to game a little bit on PC, and we used to play it together. But very cool, very excited. And then Mirror's Edge 2, I was pissed to hear about because I heard Dying Light was made by the people who made Mirror's Edge. And if that's true, then that means that they only half-assed both of the games. But hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully they prove us that maybe 2 different studios were working on it. or maybe that they already were working on Dying Light for a long time, and Mirror's Edge 2 is not coming out for a few years or a year or two, whatever. Pretty cool though, and I'm definitely excited for Dying Light and Mirror's Edge 2. And there's a lot more games, but apparently they revealed a little bit on Mass Effect, and they're not sure whether it's reskins of the old games for the new consoles or it's its own game. And then I heard that it was new, and then I heard it was not, and I'm not sure. Hopefully, we find out more information, because everyone says that they offered no information. I looked at multiple websites, and there was nothing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the game I'm most excited for out of every game is Star Wars Battlefront. Oh my God. I jizzed, and then cried, and then threw up, and then jumped out of my fucking window when I heard about Star Wars Battlefront coming back at last year's E3. Not the one that just happened, but before that. They showcased it a little bit. And man, I went crazy, man. I was screaming. I called 10 different people. Oh my God, guess what the fuck is just got announced? And we were flipping out. Everyone was like, oh my God. We like celebrated. It was great. And they showed us a little bit more, and wow, I was really excited. I'm most likely going to get that game for Xbox One, because apparently they're getting exclusive things. But if not, then I'm going to get it for PC all the way, ladies. All the way. And if you guys have ever heard of Resogun, it came out for free with the PlayStation 4. And it's a very fun little arcade game. And apparently there's a big expansion coming out for that, which is pretty cool. Apparently they're going to make... Microsoft announced that there's an Xbox One Snap Achievement app now. That's going to be very interesting, because it's very annoying to look at your achievements. They kind of ruined them. But that's good that they're going to bring that. Then the new Crackdown got announced. I'm reading through these. The new Crackdown got announced. I'm excited, but I'm not. I was never the biggest fan of Crackdown, but I was a fan. So hopefully the new one's cool. And then The Division is another game that I'm jizzing over like Star Wars. It looks really cool. I'm very excited. And yeah, it's going to be cool. It looks very cool. And there's apparently some zombies, which I didn't even know. And it's going to be like infected people and shit. It's going to be really cool. Very excited. That's the game that I'm looking forward to very hard, like hardcore. That, Star Wars Battlefront, Forza Horizon 2, and there's a couple other ones that I'm very excited for. Sorry about that. I got a Facebook message, man. I got to turn that shit off. And anyway, there's this really cool Scalebound looking game. It's called Scalebound, and it's about like killing dragons. If you're into that shit, I'll try and leave a link. Looks very cool. And looking through these. Oh, one thing that pissed me off is they didn't talk anything about that game, Quantum Leap, or not Quantum Leap. Oh shit, I forgot. If you guys know, leave it in the description. I'll try and find it after. It was like Quantum something for the Xbox One. They announced it last E3, and I was really excited for it, and nothing new came out this year about it. So yeah. And then the Master Chief Collection of Halo, I'm buying that shit, no questions asked. That looks very cool. If you don't know what it is, it's the Master Chief Collection. It's all the games Master Chief took part in, like Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Halo 5 is going to come out too, but separately. And they're bringing all the DLC for all the games, all the multiplayer maps. They're making it so some of the Halo 2 maps are remastered, and then they're going to make it on dedicated for servers, all of them 60 FPS. That's going to be very cool. And then there's that new DLC announced for Dead Rising 3. I haven't even beaten that game yet, so I don't want to know too much about it. Sorry about that. Oh, Call of Duty DLC remains Xbox One first, which is very cool. Not actually, it's very bad, detrimental to the entire society, but since they're like that, we gotta pick one or the other, and I'm glad it's coming to Xbox. Oh yeah, and this didn't come out at E3. This is something I heard about a while ago, is that they're bringing Minecraft to the Xbox One, which is very cool, very interesting. And then they're gonna after E3, Telltale is gonna tell us about more of the Game of Thrones Telltale game series. I'm actually pretty interested in that, depending on who it follows and during what period of Game of Thrones. I'm a big fan of the show. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There was a bunch of stuff, but there wasn't that much at E3. There was like some of the biggest things we already saw coming, and they announced before. They always had that like pre E3 like week or two, where they kind of announce everything. But apparently through Dying Light, it's very cool, and they have lots of new abilities, and they're gonna make it so you can craft weapons and stuff. And it looks really, really, really cool. And then there's this weird ass looking game called Let It Die. And it's like about just murdering the fuck out of each other and stealing each other's shit. And I don't know, it looks pretty interesting. Sorry about that. But oh yeah, then the crew looks very cool. Hopefully we can see more. I'm gonna have bias, so we're gonna see what happens. I haven't heard of this. It's called Everyone's Gone to Rapture. A lot of modern post-apocalyptic fiction revolves around survivors in burnt-out cities fighting. Oh wow! It's pretty much it's just about exploring beautiful locations where like Armageddon's impact isn't immediately evident, and discover what happened to the people who live there. I think that's going to be a very interesting game. Hopefully it's good, and I'll definitely be picking it up. I believe it's for PS4 only. Hold on. I'm trying to look through these. Well, huh. Honestly, I thought there was more than there really was. I'm looking through these right now, and there really isn't that much. Oh yeah, that's right. There's this very cool Portal mixed or mist hybrid game that looked really cool. One thing I did want to talk about a little bit was me playing Destiny. I'm gonna try and see what I can do. I want to play Destiny a little bit on the PS4. I'll talk to my friend tomorrow, and I have a lot of stuff to do before I go to California. I'm leaving on Wednesday, but it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm not sure. I think I'm leaving soon, but we'll see what I do. I'm gonna bring my mic and stuff. I might bring my Xbox One so I can still do some gameplays like Ghosts and Battlefield 4. Probably mostly Battlefield 4 with my friend Elon, because he just got an Xbox One, so we've been playing that a little bit. But oh man, I'm just looking through these, and it's pretty cool. A lot of cool games were announced, but those were, I mean, pretty much everything I talked about was everything that we have heard about or know anything about. And there's some I didn't mention, yes, but mostly because what happened is they didn't release enough information for it to be at all relevant. The main things I was looking for and didn't get were, of course, Fallout 4 and Half-Life 3. Of course, we didn't get those. I kind of knew, but I had a little bit in the back of my head where I was like, maybe. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. But, man, Rainbow Six looks very, very, very cool. And Rainbow Six looks very cool. The Division looks very cool. All these games look really, really, really cool. And I'm not sure what's going to happen. But I assure you that this year's E3 was very good. The amount of games we heard about, I'm very happy. And I think that everyone should realize that a lot of good shit got announced and a lot of promising things were announced. And hopefully they keep their promises. And, I think I'm going to call the podcast there. I'm going to be doing a lot of podcasts, so I don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to do it about random shit. But I think it's going to be fun. I'll be doing a lot in vlogs and stuff when I'm out in California. And I don't know, I'm really excited. And I really enjoyed doing this one. Wow, it's been 44 minutes, 45 minutes now. And man, that flew by. Man, it flew by. I didn't even know I was going on for that long. I thought maybe we were only 20 minutes in, but man, we're already double that. And I had a lot of fun doing it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. And I will try and put as many links in the description as I can. I'll do that. It's going to render all night. This video you'll be watching it around Monday afternoon. And yeah, I'm excited to bring it out to you guys. I had a lot of fun making this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I felt the flow went pretty well until at one point my friend Facebook messaged me, but it's not his fault. But anyway, it is the Fly Young Gentleman. I really enjoyed my time with you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed yours with mine. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember to have class and get, oh my God, I messed up my outro. My wonderful outro. It's okay. We've been going on for 45 minutes. I have an excuse. Remember to have class and get that ass. And I'm out, guys. Peace.